Hi, I'm David Gaberle. 5 years ago, I traveled every day on the subway to get to my night shift at the jazz club I worked in. I found it difficult to deal with the busyness of the underground corridors and packed subway trains. So, to distract myself, I started to carry a camera with me. In a way, photography saved me at the time because looking through the viewfinder made the chaotic and overcrowded places a lot less overwhelming. When I held a camera to my eye, it was much easier to give in to the pleasant illusion that I'm the one in control. It was the city that threw me off balance in the first place, so I instinctively turned my camera against it. I walked 3,500 kilometers through dense city centers around the world. What struck me in particular were the crowds of people who moved through the public spaces together, but remained really alienated from each other at the same time. Just like in this interior of the British National Theatre, the street is a stage where people play out their public roles. Walking in and out of the spotlight, they move through a highly structured and predetermined maze of lines and trajectories. Unfortunately, the sterile and sharp-angled architecture makes organic and spontaneous human interaction seem out of place. Emotions in these spaces are seen as a disruption to the smooth functioning of the city. People in the city are often desensitized by the amount of information they have to process every day. That's why they can come across as indifferent or reserved in their attitude. I try to bring to attention the difficult task of staying human in this environment. The book is a record of this struggle, of what the city molds us into and how we try to remain authentic to ourselves at the same time.
I'm looking at a book, dummy book of young photographer David, which I fell in love with. It's about light, shadows, urban landscapes. People are obscured, but they're still part of the fabric. I mean, this is the photography I really love, of people in a landscape, but they're not dominant. They're just part of the fabric. So I think it's going to be a very successful book. The colors are beautiful, they are gripping, and it's going to inspire a lot of young photographers.
The book will be published in an edition of 900, 100 of which will come in a limited boxed edition with a signed archival print. There will be a delicate Italian grey cloth on the cover, and the book will have a protective sleeve which interacts with the cover to create a moire effect. That way, the light will come alive when you touch the book. To maintain the specific colors of the photos, I will be working closely with experts from a Czech photobook publisher and a printer who's collected awards throughout Europe. Please consider contributing to this project. You will help with the printing of a photobook that captures a visual record of an important and challenging aspect of urban life. You will also help me with my first photobook that I worked on meticulously over the past 2 years. The work has been driven by my own struggle with what I believe to be an unhealthy and alienating part of living in a large city. Thank you for your attention and thank you for your potential contribution.